In this edition of the 365 Fitness podcast, we are going to be talking all things menopause. So rather than having myself, who has no idea what happens during the menopause, I thought we'd get our very own menopause expert in on the conversation. So Anita's back on the pod, second appearance on
Second
this to
appearance.
talk all things menopause. So let's just start us straight off with going through what are the common signs, symptoms of the menopause. What happens to you?
I get lovely symptoms, such as hot flashes, which I'm going through at the moment, where all of a sudden I will just feel as if somebody switched on an internal boiler, and I can be sat there at home watching the television, and all of a sudden it's like the heating's gone on and it's gone straight up to 25 degrees, 26 degrees, and it's just the most uncomfortable feeling of the heat just radiates through your whole entire body, and you're just like, oh, I'm so hot, I've got to get cool, brain fog.
That was
That was like, I should have done, that was like brain fog. But brain fog, so you'll go up the stairs, you can't remember what you've come up the stairs for, you can't remember where you've put your keys, a range of symptoms of shifting weight in your body, that your body shape changes. I think that's one of the hardest things for women to deal with, is the change in their body weight, feeling that, I'm doing all this work, but I'm not actually changing shape. The midsection is obviously the hardest in the menopause to get rid of, so it can be soul destroying. That looking in the mirror and thinking, well, I'm doing all the right things. I'm exercising, I'm watching my diet, but how come I just can't change this part? I mean, my arms, my legs, I can see all getting toned, but why is this part not changing shape? So yeah, it's the hot flushes, not sleeping very well at night, because you may be getting hot flushes during the day, but you're also going to be getting them at night. So you can wake up, your bed's going to feel very, very saturated, always hot. So you might have arguments with your partner that you're chucking the covers off. He's wanting the covers on, like, it's too hot in the bedroom, I need all the windows open. He's there like freezing, it's really cold. And you're like, you don't know what I have to put up with. So yeah, those are sort of like the classic symptoms of menopause.
And I guess, are everyone's symptoms the same?
No, everybody's symptoms are different. Some of my friends haven't had any hot flashes at all. They've gone through the menopause without even knowing that they've been through the menopause. So not everybody's symptoms are the same, and people are going to get like sort of like diverse amounts of sort of like hot flashes. You might only get a couple. Other people I know of, they're getting hot flashes every single day, and they can't sort of like deal with them anymore. It can be quite depressing, really.
There's one thing I'm conscious of today on this podcast is I don't want it to be like a doom and gloom podcast. I feel like there's a lot out there that does make it seem like it's like the end of the world. But I'm hoping that we can give it somewhat of a positive spin around what is quite a touchy personal subject for a lot of people. And like you said, if it's personal to the individual and everyone's journey is going to be different, I suppose, what are a couple of the things that everyone could be doing to give themselves, I guess the right phrase, like the smoothest possible experience? What could they do?
Well, there is a lot of research into, and I know that you now have it at 365, but there's a lot of research into creatine. Not only helping with obviously strength and muscle growth and everything, but also for cognitive. So it helps with the brain fog. It's getting that water to the muscles, but it's also getting water to the brain. So it can really help with those moments when you're, what am I doing? Where have I put my keys? Like, what am I doing now? And also for the sleeping, as we mentioned in the last podcast, magnesium is very good for sleeping. But again, some people don't like to take magnesium. It doesn't suit them. It won't suit everybody. But it's quite nice that people don't think that creatine is just for bulk. It's for building you up, for like making you bulky, for making you strong. There's a lot of research into how it benefits cognitive area of sort of like our daily life as well. And I've noticed since taking it that I don't get as much brain fog.
Okay.
That I can actually go up the stairs now without wondering why I've gone up there.
Because obviously supplementation's a massive world, and there is so much of it. What would be the most bang for your buck things that you can do, I guess, in like day-to-day life? Like, we'll touch more on supplements and things. I guess that's one. But I guess, what could anybody that's listening, without having to go and purchase anything, or what could they do, like, as soon as they listen to this?
There's loads and loads of menopause groups on Facebook for all the areas. I mean, we've got one in Loxheath, and on Facebook there's a group of ladies who join a menopausal Facebook group, and they'll just discuss it with each other. They'll talk about, all their symptoms of menopause. There's helpful tips from people. They meet up because obviously, the best person to talk to about it and to sort of load off to is somebody that's going through it, and they might have a really good tip or advice on sort of diet, weight, things like that. So I found that really good in our area. Lots of people have joined it and they're really getting the benefits from it. It's not just a group where everybody goes and moans and groans about the menopause. It's real constructive. It's really helpful. Yeah. And some of the sort of posts that they've put up have been really, really helpful. You think, oh yeah, I've not thought of that. Yeah, perhaps I should try that. Because like I said, one thing might work for one person, but it won't work for another. But if you can get loads of ideas from people that are going through the same thing as you could try them and it might work for you. And it's also quite a nice group that you're not actually going through it on your own.
Yeah.
That you can meet up with somebody. They go for sort of walks, menopausal walks. They go for menopausal swims down at Hill Head. They'll go for a dip.
Is it put the name on it just because it means that's the group of people? But what makes it a menopausal walk? Or am I being silly?
No, it's because of that group. They're all sort of in this Facebook menopausal group, and then they'll all meet for a walk.
15 ladies, all hot flushes walking down there.
All going for a dip in the sea.
Ladies, no, fine. All right, I'm with you.
But going for that dip in the sea because they're so warm.
Okay, fine. I guess it's communities, isn't it?
It is. It's community and support. Rather than doing it on your own, reach out to, there's menopausal groups throughout the whole sort of the UK. And it's just reaching out to somebody that, a group that sort of you have something in common with. I know one of my friends, the group that she belongs to, they've now started dips in the sea dipping. But they're all of the same age group. They make a point of going dipping in the sea, only for 5-10 minutes, but they're finding that really helps them. And as we know, cold water therapy is really good. There's a benefit to cold water therapy and then going obviously into a sauna afterwards. But that's helped them. It's helped with their mental health. They're all talking. It's quite a little community they've got. Ladies Who Dip, it's called.
Ladies Who Dip.
Ladies Who Dip.
There you go. You search for that one. I guess the obvious one for a lot of people is around exercise.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of people that listen to this will potentially be a member of ours or probably active already. But I guess why is being active and looking after yourself important, especially going through?
I mean, for me, it's helps with as most people, helps with your mental health, doesn't it? You do need a sort of a avenue, and fitness is a really good avenue for that. You're seeing your body change in shape. So then you can work on your strength exercises for the muscle loss that you may be losing throughout the menopause, because that's one of the first things to go as well, is your muscles. You notice that obviously your arms are a little bit looser, or as we ladies like to call them, bingo wings.
Okay, yeah.
So it's things like that. It's building up that strength. It's toning up the muscles. But like I said, the last place to go is that midriff. That is going to be the hardest.
What are the common areas of the body that change?
Bottoms.
You mentioned the bingo wings.
Yeah, bottoms and our core muscles. And it's just overall general. I mean, our facial features change. We have little, we call them chicken necks, turkey necks. But, through exercise, we can sort of tone those areas, but also get that benefit of the mental health, coming out and thinking, okay, I can do this.
I've never had anyone inquire to the gym and why do you want to come and join 365? I've got this chicken neck.
Turkey neck.
I've never seen that.
Do you not remember? Oh, in the old days, I remember my mum doing it. There was a specific exercise that women of a certain age did, and you had to do this.
You can't see on the rubbing her chin and her neck.
Yeah, and this was what the exercise was. And I remember my mum doing it like every morning as part of her regime, because for that era, that was your exercise. To how exercise has changed, thank goodness.
So I'm never going to be people aren't always going to rely on me as, I guess, a trustworthy source, because I'm never going to go through it. When I get asked by people, like we touched on earlier, why is my midline not changing? Why do I feel like my waist has changed, my belly's changed, I'm doing all these things and that's not working? My response has always sort of been, from what I understand, unfortunately that's the cards you've been dealt, and it's a process and a part of your life where your body will change and your body composition changes, and unfortunately there will be changes, like you said, around your arms, around your stomach. Am I right in saying that? Or is there anything people could be doing to give themselves the best chance of keeping hold of what they had before, or gaining something that they might never have had in the past?
Yeah, I mean, like continuing with the exercise, continuing with the strength training is going to help. People have different elasticity in their skin. So, as you know, as we get older, our skin loses that elasticity.
Yeah.
So we are going to get sagging on certain areas. Like we said, there's lots of things about joining a menopausal group to get tips from other people, what they've learned. You can actually go to menopausal clinics. There's menopausal clinics out there where they will talk about not only sort of like the medical areas where they can help you, but complementary therapies where they can help you. They will take HRT levels. They'll find the best route for you to go down, like whether that is taking HRT, if you can, whether that's not taking HRT and it's not for you. But it's thinking that it's not only medical intervention that can help, that there is a lot of holistic ways of dealing with menopause as well. And I think it's just accepting that there are these symptoms that come with menopause. You may not be able to change all of them, but there are certain avenues that you can go down where you can get the best out of those therapies. So whether, like you say, whether it's exercise to help toning up and strengthen, whether it's going to see somebody that deals with like the menopause, a menopausal clinic, to get advice, whether it's joining a menopausal group of women that are in the same predicament as you, that have got great ideas about how they use alternative therapies, because somebody will always have sort of like a wonder cure, like from Holland and Barrett, or that help them, that could help you, and it's just trying to find so many different ways that you can ask as many people as you can, get so many people involved in your menopausal journey.
Do you think, I literally just thought of this in my head, like a lot of things can be how you frame it and your mindset around it.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking then, like, in some ways, the way that especially a woman's body changes over the years, do you feel like you appreciate it enough?
I don't, yeah.
Like, obviously, Devon being pregnant at the moment, watching her body change just at this phase of her life. But then it's like your body will probably go through 5-10 different reincarnations of that same person. Their body is going to change so much in 50, 60, 70 years. It's quite an amazing thing that a woman's body can do. And I said I want to try and put a positive spin on it rather than it being. Do you think there is room to be a bit more appreciative? Is not the right word, but like almost be like, wow, look at what I've been capable of, and celebrate the fact that all right, you might be a bit
moody, might be a bit moody, a bit hot,
but more so from a body composition standpoint of like, actually, it's all right to not like be absolutely whatever perfect is. It's okay not to be like, look at all of the, I guess, like all the stories that your body can actually tell, I suppose, is where I'm getting at.
Well, I mean, I always think, everybody's got body dysmorphia. Everybody looks in that mirror and they always see a completely different person to what anybody else sees. We all want to be a different shape, different size. And we all have that. We all have body dysmorphia. And I want people to get to the stage where they are happy with how they feel and they look, because you could feel confident in your own skin. So you could be strong, you could be, quite fit, but actually you don't have to be like a size 8 and very muscular. I would love women to celebrate, look, this is what I look like. I'm strong. I've got a good fitness level. I can get on the floor with my grandchildren. I can run after my grandchildren. I can look after my parents. I can carry shopping bags. I'm independent, but actually not feel that they don't look a certain way, how they think people should, how they should look.
Definitely. But it's like, say, looking a certain way or being a certain weight.
Yeah, it's how you feel inside, isn't it? Like, you may not be, the ideal body that you want to be, but as long as you're happy inside, as long as you're confident, as long as you're the person that you want to be, I think that's more important than actually the weight of you. It's like when you say, like, having babies, I mean, your body changes so much shape when you're having a baby. And I mean, I can say my body never got back into the sort of like the shape it was pre 3 children. And I had an issue with that at first. And I was like, oh no, like, a bit weight here and a bit straight there. And no, that's not right. I shouldn't look like that. But actually, I had 3 children and I loved having 3 children. So it was sort of like, not a consequence of having children, but my body had to change shape to have children. So that's just how it is now. And I think with the menopause, as long as we feel confident in ourselves, healthy, we're eating healthy, we're exercising, we're keeping ourselves fit, we could go to like huge lengths to be the weight we think we should be. But actually, is that beneficial? Should we think, okay, I'm me and I'm going to be me and I'm happy being me? So, yeah, I think there's a lot to do with how we actually feel ourselves more than what we look in the mirror. Because we see it's completely different.
Yeah. Ultimately, we all just want to be healthy.
Yeah, we want to be healthy, we want to be fit, we want to be active.
Yeah. Brilliant. No, that's really, really good. Just to almost wrap it up, you were mentioning off camera that there is, if you're thinking about you need to speak to somebody else and there was like a private.
Yeah, it's really good in Lockheath. In Walsall, we have like a private GP. It's called Coastal Practice. And they actually do a menopausal clinic. So you pay for this menopausal clinic. They go through all the medical side of things. They'll do a really in-depth medical history. They'll go through what medicine you could have, like HR. And they also go through any holistic therapies that they might provide for you. They'll take blood tests, they'll look at HRT, they'll tailor it just for you. And they will then keep following you up. And I think it's £320, but it's quite a lot of education and they do really look after you. And I know a few people that have done it and they've said it's made such a difference because they've not just gone along to a GP and the GP has handed them out some tablets. They actually look at you as an entire person and they take quite a detailed history of what symptoms you're getting. So it's more tailor-made for you rather than being, oh yeah, you're going through the menopause. Here's this, try this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's supposed to be really good.
Awesome. I think like if you're thinking £320, all that sounds like a lot of money. Obviously, it is a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
With everyone, I say like, I don't think you can put a price on your health.
No.
If you see it as an investment into your health, or we say your health pension, that is actually that one-time investment might then actually set you up for the remainder of your menopause experience and beyond. It's 100% worthwhile.
As you say, the menopause journey can, people don't realise that you're pre, peri, and then post, and menopausal. Yeah. So it's a long journey. And it can take, a good few years, like 10 years, maybe plus, of when you start to when you actually finish. Yeah. So if you took that money over those 10 years and it helped you and it gave you some tools to sort of like, make everything feel better, then it's worth it.
Awesome. The only one I can think of locally that some of you may already know is Sophie from Hormones on the Blink. She came in and did a menopause workshop with us earlier this year. So you can look at Hormones on the Blink's like Instagram page, and Jen Davis as well. So she's also working with Hormones on the Blink now, but she's more in the female nutrition side of things. So we can pop their Instagrams onto the bottom of this as well. But yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from this is community and seeking help and talking to other people.
Yeah, talking.
The more you talk, the more you probably realise you're not alone in the
you're not alone, that you're not the only person going through that. You're not the only person suffering from these symptoms, because like I say, it's so individual that somebody may not be suffering from those symptoms. They, oh no, I don't get hot flushes. No. You think, oh God, I'm the only one that's getting them. Joining a natural and getting support from a big group, you're bound to have somebody within that group that is suffering exactly the same as you.
Brilliant. Well, let's wrap this one up for today. Thank you, Anita. That
was
awesome. If you guys have found that one useful, then please share it far and wide. As always, a little nudge is all somebody might need to change their life.
Yes.
That's how I'm trying to wrap it up. Awesome. Thank you, everyone.